Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we started questioning Phoenix's beloved girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. She's so sweet and pure and innocent, Yeah, all the guys are falling in love with her. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we were able to somehow manage to once again turn the tables and proved that Phoenix could not have been the one to have pushed and electrocuted Doug Swallow. But right now, Dahlia seems to be disagreeing with us, so let's see what she has to say. The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping, and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute. Girl, you said you didn't see him push him. You freaking liar. Stop changing your story. No.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Phoenix, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are.
Frickin' ridiculous.
Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay, Feeny pushed him twice. First time was into electric bowl, that's when the cable broke. Feeny caught up and... Okay. Cable snapping. Occurred in less than a minute. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry. I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. That's understandable.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia. Don't worry, girl. I got this. She says it all occurred in less than a minute. But, she said, wasn't it, 2:55 p.m. they said? 2:55 p.m. Where is it? The victim, I can't remember. Oh, wait. The victim's watch stopped at the time of death. I think that's not the time. It's kind of hard to tell in this one. Yeah, that's not 2:55 p.m. So, alright, didn't they say it was like 3 or something? 3:05 or something like that? So I think her timing is off. I mean, I don't think it happened in less than a minute. So let's present this here. Hard to tell time like that, that angle and all that. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. There we go. Now you can tell the time. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. I was right, 3:05. Okay.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Yeah! Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. There we go.
Order! Order in the court! What?
Oh, okay.
This is nonsense. The real murderer?
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer. Here we go.
Miss Fay, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
Please ignore my dog in the background. It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay. Now then, Miss Fay, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
I think it's pretty obvious by now. Miss Laya Pants on Fire. Even though she's not wearing pants. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you...
The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order, order! Miss Fay! What? I mean, why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Ah! How can you say something so mean, Madam Fay? I didn't do anything.
Miss Fay, this is a very serious charge.
Oh, no. Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. Achoo!
You... What is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Fay. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat.
Shut the F up. We're trying to help you. Stop, Phoenix, stop.
Bailiff, grab that man.
Achoo! Leave my Dolly alone! Phoenix, stop.
That boy. He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
There we go. Evidence. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You'd better take a good look at it.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. Thank you so much, sir. I reported on the incident 8 months ago. Okay, location, District Courthouse Cafeteria. Date time, August 27, 4 p.m. Victim, Diego Armando, age 28. Occupation, lawyer. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Okay, details. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Okay. Dahlia, you bad girl.
It, details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Oh, no wonder. This is personal for her, all right. I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, that is,
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
don't you worry, my dear. I have this situation well in hand.
Didn't seem like it.
That is, go right ahead.
Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this.
I'm sorry. She just looks at him and weeps, and he's like, oh,
Sorry. Please go ahead.
how can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
Oh, I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
Sorry, his voice came out really weird right there. No idea why. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with this case?
The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then, the court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a little bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, snap, we gonna get you, girl, we gonna get you. How I Met My Feeny. And every time I see Feeny, I always think of Mr. Feeny from Boy Meets World. And then there was this priest back at the church I used to go to when I was little, and his name was Father Feeny. So it's like, I know many Feenies. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. Oh, Phoenix? What? Since when is Phoenix able to... This is her testimony. What the hell? We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Phoenix, please.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you will be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
Okay, why can't I get Grossberg's voice right? I keep struggling. It's because I'm trying to make him not sound like the judge. And then it just sounds so weird every time I do it. It's like, I can't. Old men are so hard to do. I'm so immature. I'm an adult. Okay, How I Met My Feeny. Let's see. First met him 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courtroom. Let's press this, shall we? The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time and has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Fay, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully. We don't need to. We got this. Let's go. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. Yeah, I'm not so sure that's true, honey. Especially since I got this proof now that you were there to be interviewed. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
Mm-hmm. The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Dahlia Hawthorne!
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. Oh snap. We're gonna get you now, girl.
Order, order, order! This is unbelievable! It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide...
Something about a thorn? Yeah.
Miss Fay, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the 2 crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you've really lit a fire in my heart. And my buttocks.
Oh my god, please stop, sir.
I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
The poisoning. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. She knows a lot about that poison, huh? She heard a lot.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. You go, girl. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Ah, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm a much better lawyer than you are. That's for sure. Okay. Okay. Let's discuss. Left my seat for just a moment. That's what happened. Liquid poison lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a special kind of poison. So you say I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a... Let's see about this. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison? I think that's a good enough reason, Madame Faye.
She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison.
Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great. Now just how did a literature student get a hold of poison of all things? I think I've got an idea. Gotta remember, this was 8 months ago and her life was a little different at the time. Considering, just who she was dating at the time. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Dog Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. The only thing that's kind of iffy about this, I don't think any university would have poisons readily available in their labs. That's freaking ridiculous. Pharmacology means they're learning about medicine, yeah, but they're not making poison. They may be informed of like which stuff would create adverse effects, which are dangerous for people, but it's not like they're teaching them put this chemical and that makes a poison. Like, really? Come on now. It's okay, game. I forgive you. I know how you are. Plot device.
Pharmacology!
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. There we go. That music means we're almost there. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You. No!
Order, order, order! Could it be?
That's nothing but a baseless
May I say something, Madame Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
I think I'm just going to present this and then call an end. So that container, just look at this. Look at this. Her present to Phoenix, who she met on that same day, happens to be a small bottle necklace. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. All right, I think that's a good spot to leave this at, actually. Yeah. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. I think we're almost done with this case, actually. First case always goes by really fast. So until next time, have a nice day. Bye.